The Biden campaign, in an unusual move, put out an open memo to the media demanding that the media say on air anytime that they cover this story that it has been debunked, that Vice President Joe Biden freelanced on behalf of his son Hunter to remove a Ukraine prosecutor because that prosecutor was probing Hunter Biden's Ukraine energy company. Hunter sat on the board of it, made up to $1 million a year, estimates show. Let's bring in former FBI Deputy Assistant Director Danny Coulson. Danny, great to see you. Your reaction to the Biden memo here?
I think it's pretty scurrilous. If you really look at this case, it's like public corruption 101. When you withhold or threaten to withhold government funds from another country, unless they fire the individual investigating your son's company, that's pretty basic. And I think it's a good basis for an investigation. Whether or not it'll happen or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
But if it was anybody else in the world, I think it would happen.
Biden is saying, you know, he did call for the ouster of the prosecutor, that the U.S. and the EU and the IMF called for him because he wasn't doing enough to look into corruption. He wanted a more aggressive probe. So this story is out there. But I want to move on to this. Author Peter Schweitzer now says the bigger story is this, that 5 Biden family members got rich off of Vice President Joe Biden, starting with Joe's brother James Biden, an executive vice president at Hillstone International, no experience in construction. His connection to Joe Biden helped that company get construction contracts in Iraq, Puerto Rico, Mozambique, and elsewhere worth potentially hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue. Your reaction there?
Well, that's been going on since time immemorial. People have profited from their relationship to politicians. Proving that as a criminal act is something else. And again, I do think it warrants inquiry. I would want to know also, do any of those companies that profited have any financial association with Joe Biden? I would know, as an investigator, as a commander, I'd want to know that. And that'd be one of the first things I would look at. What is the relationship? And did he profit in some way? Probably not, but as an investigator, you're going to look at that.
The book also claims the husband of Biden's daughter, Ashley, works at a company called Startup Health. He's a chief medical officer there. That Joe Biden helped launch this startup, visiting with the company officials, bringing them into the Obama White House. It looks like there's a lot of people going in and out of the Obama White House on behalf of Joe Biden. Also, Joe Biden helped his brother Frank's real estate endeavors, development company in Costa Rica. The vice president visited that country, oversaw Latin America and the Caribbean for the Obama administration. The Obama administration did announce a big development deal involving Frank Biden and the developers there. The story there, go ahead.
Well, it's the same thing. It's profiting from your association with the Vice President of the United States, and it's not necessarily illegal to do that. You have to show some kind of quid pro quo. Now, that's a very common term right now. Did these people benefit illegally? And the answer is we don't know. But it certainly raises enough question to warrant an inquiry, and I think we should clear the deck. The question here is, do we have the courage as a country to go after an individual through a criminal prosecution that may be the next president of the United States? I don't know that we do, but it's something to think about. I think it actually insulated Hillary Clinton from prosecution in her email scandal. So it's just an interesting time. We'll see. Are we a nation of laws or a nation of men?
And critics are saying, you know, the Obama administration approved FISA wiretaps on an opposition campaign, and the president calling for investigations into corruption. He's getting impeached. You know, it's about a political rivalry. We understand it. But to your point, it is unusual times right now, Danny. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us, Danny Coulson there, formerly with the FBI. Come back soon.